Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with brahwegotthis. Today I want to go over briefly 9 things to know before you buy the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor expansion. You may be on the fence as a recently new player, a returning player, or just someone who has never played an MMO like Elder Scrolls Online before, and you want to find out, is this going to be something worth my money and my time? You could also call this a Greymoor preparation video for those of you that want to know some big and key changes coming with the expansion. My goal is to leave you with no confusion and to have a clarity on what Greymoor is going to bring you. I also want to mention that there will be some spoilers in a sense in this video. I'm not going to spoil any main quest stuff or anything like that. I can't do that. But there will be some, I'm going to be talking about some features. But if you've been covering or following the game at all, this is probably something that you've heard already. But I just want to mention that if you don't want to know anything about it, then this is your chance because I will be going over some things in this video that pertain to the upcoming expansion. Real quick, I do want to remind you that if you want to ever watch me play live, I stream on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come by, ask questions, hang out, and have a great time. Link is in the description. And if you want to join a new and growing community full of new and veteran players, my Discord and guild would love to have you. We are the Brahwegotthis and the Necrodaddies. The links are in the description as well. And lastly, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date each day on news and releases. Again, those links are in the description, and make sure to smash that bell icon, like, and subscribe if you like this content to be notified when I update new content. So you have been perusing Steam, or you've seen all the ads for Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor. You see the word Skyrim and you think, Todd Howard, is that you? Has Todd made another way to monetize Skyrim? Well, no, this is a little different in a sense that this isn't single-player Skyrim. However, we are going back to Skyrim in the Elder Scrolls Online. And this sets place approximately 1,000 years prior to the events of Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken. And the premise of this is, if I had to break it down to you in like 30 seconds, is we are going to be turning our attention to some more Gothic expansion featuring vampires, Nords, Gothic-esque things. Half the expansion is actually in the underground caverns of Blackreach, which is going to be pretty dope, to be honest with you all. And then they even said that this is going to potentially span into other zones on the map. But hey, let's get a little more organized here after that general synopsis and list out some big and key things you should know before buying this expansion. First thing is the Greymoor release date. This was initially supposed to be on May 18th for PC, Mac, but due to the coronavirus, it has pushed back the release to May 26th. It also pushed back release of the console version as well to now June 9th on PS4 and Xbox. So make sure to know that. Currently, it is still scheduled to release then, and I want to give a personal shout out to Zos on the hard work with all the COVID stuff. The fact that the release was only pushed back 1 week is pretty impressive in my opinion, so thank you for the hard work, Zos, on that. Number 2 on the list is the additions and prices of Greymoor. So I haven't seen anywhere where there is a specific date to where you can't pre-purchase these any longer. So I'm assuming up to the date of release is when you can, but I'm going to put this screenshot on the screen to help best explain this. If you're a new player and do not have the actual base game of Elder Scrolls Online, you can buy the Greymoor Standard Edition, which is $60. This will come with the base game, the Morrowind Somerset, and Elsewhere expansions. These you will get an immediate access to when you purchase it. Greymoor will be added when it releases to that version as well. You also get other in-game items too, but this is by far the best deal for completely new players. If you want to get fancy and spend more money, you can get the Digital Collector's Edition, which is $80, and it gives some more in-game items in addition to the ones you already get. The Physical Collector's Edition does not, I repeat, does not come with the base game, but this comes with the physical items like coins, Steelbook, 1 month of ESO Plus, map of Western Skyrim, and a Vampire Lord statue. Right now, it is not available on any platforms on Walmart, GameStop, and Amazon. Best Buy says coming soon, so maybe it will be then, but you will have to wait and see. But for existing players, you can upgrade your base game with the Greymoor upgrade for $40, or you can get the Collector's Digital upgrade for $50. If the Collector's Physical Edition comes back, it is $130 on Best Buy. Number 3 on the list is, like I said before, we are going to Western Skyrim, which is some of the fan favorite places. We will have Solitude in there, the mountainous region of Skyrim, and some of the more desert, or you could say like arid regions of Skyrim. And like I said, we will have an underground area, Blackreach, where there will be vampires. This is a massive zone, and again, they say it will span in other zones too eventually. Number 4 on the list is they are completely revamping the vampire skill line. Okay, you can laugh at that. It's a very old joke now, but it's true, and it's getting a whole rework. They changed the ultimate, and they changed the skills and passives. Number 5 on the list is, and my favorite one, they are releasing the biggest non-combat addition to the game since housing with Antiquities, or archaeology in other games. Basically, we will be Indiana Jones, and we will get to dig up and search for lost artifacts. I will be making a full Antiquities guide here in the next week, so stay tuned for that. But essentially what this is it introduces 2 new skill lines, scrying and excavating. You will need to get this antiquarian eye thingy, and you will get things that are scryable. You have to complete the puzzle, kind of like Minesweeper, and go to the dig site. If you mess up the puzzle, it will give you false dig sites as well. When you get to the dig site, you will excavate until you find your antiquity. Now, that was a very watered-down explanation. Like I said, I will be making a full guide, but you get the point. You can find leads all over the zones of Tamriel that can lead to certain antiquities. These have rarities, by the way, too, but the rewards are what is really interesting and exciting, in my opinion. You can get a mount, furnishings, motifs, various other items, a new thing called mythic items. These are unique items that have special abilities, and you can only have one on at a time, like exotic items in Destiny. Some of these range from increased movement speed to increased damage, but not being able to crit, to other interesting abilities. These, I think, may be really cool additions to some in-game builds, and I'm excited what the community comes up with and what more mythic items are released in the future. Please, Zos, if you're listening to this, can we get capes? Pretty please. Please, please. But like I said, this is something that anyone that has Greymoor can do, and it's really relaxing and a chill activity that has lore attached to it and achievements, and like I said, awesome loot. Number 6 on the list is another public event style dolmen thing called HARROWSTORMS. These are like dolmens or coral ones in Somerset. I'll be making a guide on these as well in a week and a half that you can see and look forward to. But what I can gather from these is they are harder than the coral dolmens from Somerset. These things hit like a truck, and I've only had like 3 people with me at once, so that might be why. But what I can gather are there are 4 little node mini bosses that you have to destroy, and once you do that, the boss will spawn in the middle. You have to kill it, and again, I'll go more in depth in these later in another video, but these are really cool looking and very sexy, and I'm excited to run some of them and see what comes of it. These are also in Blackreach as well. Number 7 is there a new trial, of course, called KYNE'S AEGIS, which looks dope from what I've heard, but I'm doing this blind when it comes out, so I'm trying not to get it spoiled before I do that with my guildies, but I don't have a lot of information on this for you just because I'm not really looking into it because I want to do it blind, like I said, but this is a new trial. It will have a veteran version, and it will have achievements and all types of things like that. Number 8 is they are making some changes to the monster helms in this update currently. This is more for existing players, but some of them are not going to proc anymore, making them insanely better in my opinion. One of these is Celestrix that I'm using in my Warden tank. Another one is for healers, which is Sentinel of Raccoon, whatever it's called. I never know how to pronounce it, but that's like almost like a best in slot healer helm. So this is pretty relevant for existing players. If you're new, however, you probably don't need to worry about this tidbit yet, but if you want some information on someone who tests these sets and goes over all the fine details of this type of stuff, definitely check out the Asian God on YouTube. He posts a lot of videos on theory crafting and backs it up with math and all sorts of things. Definitely check him out. And also, guys, like I said, just check the patch notes and check him. He will list like all the different changes that are happening to your monster sets that you're wearing. So just take a look at that. Your monster set may be a little worse now or maybe a little better. So you'll just have to kind of look at that if you are an existing player. Number 9 on the list, and my final thing to let you know about, this is mainly for existing players, and this is a touchy subject due to the amount of grind it took. But if you didn't see that they are adding perfected versions of all the arena weapons in the game, then now you know. So like in the expansion trials, there are perfect versions in the vet versions for like armor and weapons. There will be perfected versions for the weapons for like Maelstrom Arena, Dragonstar Arena, and Black Rose Prison Arena. What this upsets people with is now you can do the normal versions of these arenas and get the old Maelstrom weapons unperfected. Now currently the perfected versions, to my knowledge, aren't really worth it. It has an extra stat line, but for people that min-max that took them 100 runs or so to get their Maelstrom weapons, they are pretty upset because they want the best of the best. I don't know if this is something that they will alter before the release, but it's something that you should seriously know, that you now can farm the old arena weapons on normal without having to do it on veteran, which will help a lot of players out that couldn't complete this before on veteran. Because Zos's main point that they wanted to make is they're trying to close the skill gap in this expansion because they feel like some of their content is not obtainable for most of their community. So they wanted to close it in some way. And, you know, whether you agree with that or not, with your Maelstrom Arena stuff, it is going to close the skill gap a little bit because it's going to allow people to get the weapons a little easier. But yeah, so that's kind of their main idea is they want to try to still make things rewarding for people that can do the very hard content, but they want to try to help a lot of their community be able to obtain more of the content that they have in store for them, or that they have for them. And to close, you all, again, there are a lot of things coming with this expansion, like new world bosses, delves, quest lines, achievements, houses, motifs, other cosmetics. I couldn't go into everything, but the devs said that the expansion will be about 30 to 40 hours worth, if I'm not mistaken. Let's be honest, that's a lot, especially since you could spend hours on Antiquities, grinding the trial, and just doing all the things just in the zone in Blackreach. So what I hope this video did, if you made it this far, is give you an idea of what is in store with this expansion. I hope it cleared up whether you want to buy this or pass on this. I have obviously pre-ordered it and will be streaming it and making videos for it. And in my opinion, I think this expansion is very exciting and is offering an amazing new non-combat system that any player can do with Antiquities. A fresh new zone, a new trial, and an underground area that looks beautiful, and a new exciting adventure to go in ESO. So I will leave that up to you. But again, if you want to watch me play live and get a look at it before you buy it, I stream on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure, if you are new or even if a veteran, to join our Discord, the Brahwegotthis, or our guild, the Necrodaddies, and our guild, the Necrodaddies, actually. All of those links, as well as the Twitch link, will be in the description. And if you like the content, make sure, like I said, to like, subscribe, and heavy attack that bell icon to get updated when I release new content as well. And my socials are all in the description, Instagram and Twitter. But until next time, you all have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.